Today we're learning how to simplify radicals.
We will start off with a simple problem. Square root of 27.
So when you're simplifying radicals, you want to take out a square number, such as 9 or 16 or 25, and so you want to factor out the number that you're simplifying so that you get a square number and another number. So we start with 27. What's the biggest square number we can pull out of that? So we can take 9 and 3. Those two numbers multiply to 27.
Because of factoring, we know that we can break this equation up into the square root of 9 times the square root of 3.
The square root of 9 is 3. We're left with 3 times root 3. So our answer is 3 root 3. This is the simplest that this equation can get, and so that is our answer.
Now let's make the problem a bit harder. Our problem is the square root of 27 times the square root of 192. From our previous expression, we know that the square root of 27 is equal to the square root of 9 times 3, or square root of 9 times the square root of 3, also known as 3 root 3. However, this is multiplied by the square root of 192. So first we need to think what square numbers go into 192. For example, we know that 16 times 12 equals 192. From here we can break that into the square root of 16 times the square root of 12, which is equal to 4 times root 12. So now we're at 3 root 3 times 4 root 12. However, 12 can still be factored. 3 times root 3 times 4 times the square root of 4 times 3, which simplifies to 3 times root 3 times 4 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 3, or 3 root 3, 4 times 2 times 3, square root of 3. Now we're at 3 root 3 times 4 times 2 times root 3.
So let's rearrange this. We get 3 times 4 times 2 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 3. We know that the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3, so we can just cancel that out and write 3. So let's take all this other stuff and bring it down. And we get 3 times 4 times 2 times 3. So we know that 3 times 4 is 12, and that 2 times 3 is 6. So we get 72. So our answer is 72.
And here's our curveball. Cube root of 128.
It looks hard, but don't get scared. First, we're going to try and factor out some cubed numbers, like 8, 27, and 64. By doing this, we found out that the cube root of 128 is equal to the cube root of 8 times 16. The cube root of 8 times the cube root of 16, and the cube root of 8 is 2, because 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So we get 2 root 16. From here, we can factor out the cube root of 16. 8 goes into 16, so the cube root of 8 times 2. And we know that the cube root of 8 is 2. So you get 2 times 2 times the cube root of 2. So you end up with 4 cube root 2. And this is the simplest it gets, so you have simplified a cube root equation. Good job! You've learned how to simplify radicals.